Man, isn't God wonderful to give us all of this? Nature, the woods, friends that love us. Thank you boys for joining me for another one. Hey, another great glorious day out here in Tennessee. Welcome my brothers. Today I'm going to talk to you about a knife. It's been around for a long time. This is the Ontario 499 Air Force Survival Knife. I just picked this up the other day, so I haven't had a ton of time in the woods with it. But just kind of based off my initial impressions with the knife, I don't think that this may necessarily be the best survival knife option. Now, retail it's running between about $48 and $60. I think the $60 version comes with a little bit nicer sheath. So if you can grab that up, grab it up. You may be able to get the $60 version on sale on Amazon for a little bit cheaper. It just has a little bit of stitching there on the button well, and make sure you get the version with the metal surrounding sheath on the leather. Definitely the sheath is a bonus for this knife, and it does come with a nice little sharpening stone that I haven't tried out yet to see how well it works, but I may do that. So again, nice sheath. The knife, questionable at best in 2022. So on the package you saw, it says military grade. And for those who aren't familiar, military grade doesn't necessarily mean it's good, all right? It means that it's as good as cheap money can buy. For you guys who served in the military and then went and bought like civilian AR-15s or civilian versions of knives that we might have used, you know as well as I do that quality is a lot better, right? And I mean, right off the rip, I took this out of the package and you can hear it. It's rattling. I mean, I didn't even hit nothing with it yet, and it's already rattling. So again, I don't know. Maybe this thing was invented around World War II era. So I'm not going to be, too upset about that. I think if I got shot out of a plane or something, and this is all I had, I wouldn't be complaining about that. It does have the 2 holes in there. Supposedly, those are drilled in there, so you can fasten this to some kind of a stick, make a spear out of it. I don't think that would be the case. You guys are going to have to do some work on this grind, man. I've been out here all day, and man, I'm just not having any luck feather sticking. I mean, this thing is terrible. I've had $10 knives do better jobs than that. But again, it's just out the box, and I think you're gonna have to do something. Also, to of note, the saw that's on the back. I haven't quite found it necessarily useful either. It just doesn't really do much. I mean, it'll do a little bit, Maybe it'll make enough of a notch to, or barely enough of a notch to kind of get a lashing or something around, a little bit of rope, but it just doesn't really seem to work that well. The teeth on it I think they're just filling up with dust too quickly to be really effective, all right? But it is super cool, so I don't want to naysay and bash on this knife too much. If you were into that, as you can see here, Ontario 311. I believe that means that it was made in March of 2011. I'm not sure. Somebody can confirm that for me. If I am mistaken, please feel free to tell me in the comments, because I am a history buff and I do want to learn more about this knife. It does have a leather kind of K-bar style handle that is unfinished, that I'm sure you can dye. Maybe this is screwed on and then peened in there. So it's not actually as far as I know, it's not a full tang knife. So your batoning with it is going to be kind of limited, which, honestly, if you're in a survival situation, you probably don't want to be making too big of fires anyways, if you were on the run from the enemy, or which, and I think in today's civilian world, you're probably not going to be really on the run from an enemy, but I think it'll baton enough what you to do, what you need it to do. But just you're not going to be doing this crazy stuff that we usually do in these batoning videos. And again, you are going to have to redo this bevel, man. It just don't cut nothing out of the box. So be advised of that. Now, I really like the way this knife looks. I want to like this knife. I want to give it a really honest chance at what it can be for a knife. Bismarck, get out of here, please. Thank you. But that being said, Bismarck, come here. He is dropped. Look at this. Look at this dog. This is all that's left of his ball. And this is what he's going nuts about. Insane. So, again, I really want to like this knife, but I'm just having a hard time seeing the value. You know, you spend $60 on this right here, or maybe you spent $48 on it, okay, for some technology that's probably 80 years old. And for $37, you can get the SRK by Cold Steel, which is issued to Navy SEALs or BUD/S trainees, okay? Comes with a nice plastic sheath, got a nice rubber grip, much longer blade, still kind of a push tang, rat tail tang, if you will. Some people call it overmolded. I just think that this is a much better knife. I think it chops better. I think it curls better out the box. I just think it's way better quality for a better price in 2023. All right, in today's era, this is just straight up a better knife. All right, the sheath is better. You can do more with it. It's more modern. Again, I love the classic look of this. I love the fact that I can feel like, you know, a screaming eagle that just jumped into Germany in WW2 with a mohawk and some war paint on, getting ready to get something done, you know. But, man, get one on the cheap. Get one used. Guys, I really want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this knife if you own it. I really want you to give me your input on how you've changed it, on what kind of field use you have with it. And I want you guys to tell me what I can do to like this knife better or to feel better about it. Or tell me if you agree with me that it's just kind of outdated and nostalgic, and that's why it stays around. Thank you, brothers. So I've resharpened the blade again, and I'm really just trying to get this thing going, you know. Hey, feel free to make fun of me, you know, but I just kind of feel like as I'm going down the stick, you know, I'm re-angling the blade, and I feel like this hump right here is catching the stick, and it's kind of preventing me from, you know, getting any decent curls going. You know, I mean, I can get them going a little bit, but as I get going into it, I feel like I just keep coming into contact with that side blade there. What's your guys' thoughts? I mean, again, I love the knife, I love the way it looks and everything, but I just feel like, you know, when you have a tool, it shouldn't be that hard to use it, man. And I'm just, man, I mean, I'm exerting a lot of energy here, forcing this blade down. Yeah, please tell me in the comments what your experience with this knife is like. As you guys can see, I'm bloodying up my hand pretty good here, just trying to push this knife through. I did put a new edge on it this morning, trying to make it work, and I really want to like this knife and love it because of the nostalgia. I am a history buff, but right now, this knife, man, this thing is making me suffer. And man, I'm giving it all I got, dude, because I'm getting ready to head over to the Air Cavalry Museum, and I'd like to go roll up in there with this thing and talk about how awesome it is. And right now, in this moment, I am just not feeling it, man. I am not feeling it, and I want to feel it. I want to feel it. I want to feel it.